Good morning, Dallas-Fort Worth. I am Anthony Cernillia with Ask the Experts radio show, where we interview local professionals, owners, and experts in their field. I am once again proud to be joined with Tony Hall from Paradigm Roofing. Continuing our discussion on roofing in North Texas, once again we are honored to be joined by Tony Hall, founder of Paradigm Roofing. Paradigm Roofing is licensed with the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas. They're a member of the National Association of Home Builders and also U.S. Green Builders Council and three-time winner of the NTRCA Golden Hammer Award. Welcome back, Tony. How are you doing today?
Doing great, Anthony. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sir. Throughout this series, we've discussed many different types of roof systems in North Texas, including residential composition roofing, as well as residential and commercial applications for metal roofing and flat roof systems. Today, I wanted to talk about specialty roof types. And moving on to that, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. What different kinds of specialty roof systems are there, sir?
There's actually quite a bit nowadays. Even in composition, you can get what we call designer shingles that can actually replicate slate type of roofs, tile type of roofs, wood shake type of roofs, as well as there's other products nowadays. Some of them are called polymer type of roofs, and what they do is that they mold these shingles into various styles, shapes, and sizes. So you can get carbon copies of tile roofs, once again, barrel roofs, slate roofs, wood shake roofs. So virtually anything that your mind can create, they can mold now in a polymer. And these type of roofs are extremely durable. And then when you're talking specialty roofs, you also have the real slate, okay, which the material is actually mined out of quarries. We have one quarry here in the United States in Vermont. There's also some of the slate is actually imported from Italy. They have some nice quarries over there.
Really?
And then when people ask me about specialty roofs, I mean, they have things like stone-coated steel. And so that's basically a steel panel that has an impression of virtually any shape or size that you want. And they put an adhesive on there and add granules to it. So it looks like a shingle from one aspect. It's a lot more durable, but it's a very clean look. Okay. And those are available as well. So, and then obviously your metal roofs and things like that, these are all classified as those type of roofs.
Like with, and just asking, like, when you say they can create anything, like maybe somebody's logo or a different type of shape of an animal, or what do you mean by different shapes?
Well, yeah, virtually. I mean, because a polymer is a liquid form, okay? And so if you can get a manufacturer, to work with a mold, then, anybody will do anything for a price nowadays, right?
So, you hope so, right?
So, but since it starts off as they melt it down to a liquid form, that mold can be created once the mold's made it, I mean.
Awesome. When you talk about these specialty roof types, what's the difference between natural and synthetic?
Well, the natural is, like I said, if you're going to go with a natural slate roof, all right, the stone is actually mined out of quarries. Okay. And so whether you go overseas for that slate look or here at home, they're going to be mined. And when it comes to tiles, they're made in different forms. You can get them in concrete. All right, and then they add a color to them. You can also get them in clay form as well. And so those things are kilned at certain temperatures and things like that. And then the polymers are extremely lightweight. And so those type of roofs there, a lot of people are choosing polymers because of the weight itself. All right, not all homes are going to be eligible to handle the weight of a concrete tile.
I bet. I guess, while I have a second here, let's go ahead and get your number out there. It's 972-542-7774 or on the World Wide Web at Paradigm Roofs. That's PARADIGM roofs with an S.com. Once again, the number 972-542-7774. And if you happen to be listening to the radio show, you can call in and they will give you half price on a gutter system with a full purchase of a full roof system. Once again, you'll get half off the gutter system with the full price or the full purchase of a roof system. All right, moving on, Mr. Tony. What are some of the advantages of synthetic material over natural and vice versa?
Like I just touched briefly, nowadays most of your construction on the roof side when the builder builds them, code requires a 24-inch on center rafter. All right. So right there off the bat may determine whether or not you can have a natural or a synthetic product. Because if you wanted a natural concrete tile roof, you're going to 24-inch on centers won't be structurally strong enough to hold the weight of that roof. So the only thing you got an option. Either someone's going to have to go inside the attic and support it extra, which could cost a fortune, and parts of the attic you can't even get to. So that may be the determining factor right then and there. Okay, I'm going to have to go with the polymer, which is much lighter weight. Okay, because when you install some of these natural stones, your rafters need to be around 18 inches on center is where they start minimum. Okay, just to support the weight of that. So those are going to be maybe some of the determining factors on what you're going to choose along that way.
Oh, okay. All right. And with how are specialty roofs like tile and slate attached? I mean, you can't just drive a nail through it, right?
And believe it or not, they actually pre-drill the holes when they deliver the material to the product to the project. And so the main difference on these types of products is that you're not going to use your average galvanized nail on this. You're going to have to, the nails are going to have to be upgraded because these are, I mean, a slate roof can last 100 years. And so you're going to have to use something like stainless steel or copper nails just to make sure that that nail can support that the weight of that tile or that slate for 100 years. And so that there is going to increase the cost as well when you install one of these roofs. So, but they are pre-drilled when we get them, synthetics as well as the slates, and so there is a place for them there. And so actually they're very easy after that.
That's amazing.
One of the things that they do as well is when you install these type of roofs, especially on the naturals, is that they're not always attached directly to the deck. We put on what we call a batten system. Now all that is a 1x2 that is spaced the length of the tile or the height of the tile or the slate, and what it does, it picks it up off the deck. And so you got to remember, when you start using natural stones, you're going to have a moisture aspect that actually drips up underneath the roof system itself. And so when you install these roofs, it's very important that the contractor you hire understands this, because these type of roofs can be a nightmare if the prep work underneath is not done properly. It's not about the finished look on these type of roofs. It's all about the prep work that is done to make sure that this roof's going to last and, perform the way that it was designed to. So there's a lot of work that goes into the underside of this roof between your underlayment, the battens, and things like that. And so the battens are designed to allow the moisture to pass up underneath, all right, because these are elevated battens. So when that moisture starts to drip down from the underside of the concrete, it passes underneath those battens and drains off the edge of the roof. Okay, so it also creates a lot more airflow for your home too. So these roofs become very energy efficient when you start using the natural stones.
So you say 100 years?
100 years you can get on a slate roof.
Wow. That seems like 2 lifetimes almost. Well, no, I shouldn't say 2 lifetimes, because some people are living to a little over 100, but that is amazing. 100 years. I guess, is there any type of warranty on that type of roof?
Well, yeah, on the stones, I mean, they're natural stones, so the manufacturer is going to have a certain warranty that they may warranty the product for 50 years. All right, your labor warranty generally is going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 years on these, and if they are installed properly, I mean, a contractor's not going to fear his warranty by any means. But it is all about the prep work, and we've had to redo these types of roofs before because just the underside wasn't built to last 100 years or anywhere close to it. And so they can be, like I said, they can be a headache type of roof. But if they're installed properly, I mean, we've installed quite a few of them over the years, and it's all about the prep work actually.
It sounds like, it doesn't sound like, I know you know your stuff. With the few weeks we've known each other, I mean, you're all roofs, and I can tell you, if I ever need a roof, I'm coming straight to you.
Well, thank you.
Oh my goodness, you've previously stressed the importance of ventilation, and with ventilation with this kind of system, how does it work?
Okay, well, we talked about the elevated battens a minute ago. You can install most of these products, whether it's polymer.
Go ahead, sorry.
Whether it's polymer or the natural stone, on a batten system. when you utilize the batten systems, there's a few options that you do have. Some people put insulation underneath these batten systems to get the home more insulated. It does provide a lot more airflow, so these homes become very energy efficient. When you're using concrete or natural stone, these, it's just envision your walls. It's the difference from a brick wall versus a siding wall. Which one's going to be more energy efficient? Well, it's the same thing holds true on your roof. So these things are going to not let the heat pass through. They're going to stay. Your home's going to stay cooler. Your attics are definitely going to stay cooler when you start using these type of materials. Now, when you get to the polymers, okay, one of the trials and tribulations that the manufacturers had wasn't anywhere in the country. Up north, these things do great. In the cooler climates, these things do great. But with their trials and tribulations actually came from the Texas heat, the Arizona heat. And the polymer being what it is, now, when I say polymer, it's the same type of product that we see our plumbing pipes are made out of through our homes, which they started using those in the 60s and 70s is when polymer was actually created for all this stuff. Prior to that, we used to use steel pipes in our homes. So now they got some longevity by utilizing polymer and haven't had any problems. But when they're exposed to the excessive heat down here in Texas, the polymer started curling and things like that, getting discoloration. And so, but now these products have been on the market long enough to where they've fine-tuned it, and their biggest challenges have been the Texas heat, and these things are starting to really withstand now, so they made their changes and things like that. So these are great products down here, but you can also put these on a batten system as well, all right, and get additional ventilation. You can also ventilate it. Anytime you have a specialty roof, the main thing that you want is that you don't want to put excessive holes in your roof. That's the first thing I would think of, okay? So you're not going to put a lot of passive air vents in here. You're going to probably utilize the best ventilation system available, which are power vents, solar vents. If your home is eligible for ridge vent, yes, you can put ridge vent on these types of homes. But right off the bat, you're not going to penetrate this roof no more than you necessarily have to.
I guess what we'll go ahead and do here, since we're getting towards the end of this segment, I'll go ahead and put your number out there. It's 972-542-7774. It's Paradigm Roofing. If you want to go on the web, it's Paradigm Roofs with an S. That's Paradigm Roofs with an S.com. Once again, the number, 972-542-7774. I am joined by Tony Hall from Paradigm Roofing. I'm Anthony Cernilia with Ask the Experts Radio Show, and we'll be right back after these messages.
To roofing, there's only one company to trust for your home or business, Paradigm Roofing. When you need to replace your roof or you just need a repair, it's best to call the licensed professionals at Paradigm Roofing. Certified with all the top manufacturers, Paradigm provides the highest quality roof systems in the Metroplex. You can trust that they will get the job done right. Residential or commercial, Paradigm is the name you can trust. Award-winning, Paradigm Roofing is a member of the U.S. Green Building Council and proudly holds an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call Paradigm Roofing today at 972-542-7774 or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com for a free consultation. Built with quality, integrity, and service, Paradigm Roofing, 972-542-7774. That's 972-542-7774. Or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com. That's paradigmroofs.com.
Welcome back, DFW. I am Anthony Cernilia with Ask the Experts Radio Show. I'm once again joined with Tony Hall from Paradigm Roofing. We were just talking about ventilation and what the importance was, and now we want to move on and talk about energy efficiency. And when it comes to something like tile, slate, or stone, or coated steel roof systems, what or how good is energy efficiency with these systems?
When you're dealing with the natural stones, these type of materials are, like we touched briefly on just a second ago, are very energy efficient. It's, they're stones, so you're not going to have the heat transfer that you do on other types of products. What you do, setting them up on elevated battens creates a nice airflow throughout the home and things like that on the roof side. So before it even passes, whatever heat does get through there, setting it up on an elevated batten gets rid of a lot of that heat before it even passes through the deck and all that type of system. When you come with the polymers, they're not going to be quite as energy efficient as the natural stones for obvious reasons. Okay. But there are synthetic underlayments, and because or peeling sticks or ice and water that you can install on the deck that will help with this energy efficiency as well. But the nice thing about a polymer type of roof is that they don't get extremely hot. So because they are polymer, they can be touched in the middle of the day in most cases and not burn your hands. Like some of these roofing products, I mean, you can't even touch them at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They are so hot.
Like a fried egg, huh?
Yeah. Well, they'll pull your skin right off on something like a metal roof. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine a metal roof. It probably gets up to 118, 120 degrees probably.
Okay. But there's no disadvantages to them. They're going to be more energy efficient than, say, an asphalt shingle by far. Okay. So you just have to, but once again, these roof systems, what we do up underneath is the key.
Okay. Once again, I'm speaking with Tony Hall with Paradigm Roofing. If you'd like to call them, it's 972-542-7774. Right now, they'll give you half off gutter systems with a full purchase of a full roof system. That's 972-542-7774. Or you can check them out on the web at Paradigm Roofs with an S. That's PARADIGM roofs.com. Along those lines, are there any tax credits or insurance benefits associated with putting on a specialty roof, sir?
When you go with the polymers, you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to get the insurance benefit of impact resistance. The nice thing about the polymers is that they are extremely strong. You can throw a baseball against these types of products and not hurt them. All right, so you're going to get the Class 4 impact resistant rating on these, and then you need to call up your insurance company to find out what sort of annual discount you're going to get off of this roof on your annual premiums. When it comes to some of the stones, not all of them are impact resistant. Like for instance, most of the tile roofs you see out there, you would think that's a concrete tile, but concrete does not have a Class 4 impact resistant rating. They actually have a Class 3, so you're not going to get quite the same discount on those because concrete does become brittle with time. Right? And so when they add their colors and stuff to the concrete, it does start to fade. Now you can get some clay tiles, okay, but some of these clay tiles can get pretty expensive, and when they put them in the kiln, they can burn these things to where they can get the impact resistant. Slate roofs, you shouldn't have a problem getting an impact rating on any of the slate type of roofs because they're the way that they are installed and the way that they lay on your deck.
Okay. Can you talk about some of the costs of specialty roofs and compare them to your traditional composition shingle?
Well, obviously, when you start dealing in some of these natural stones as well as the synthetics, these things are going to be, you're looking at 3-4 times the additional cost when you input on one of these. And then obviously, but the people that are interested in these are, it's going to increase the property value of your home, and they are looking for a look like no others. Okay, so they're investing in these types of roof systems, and there's quite a few actually in Dallas. We install quite a few synthetic type of roofs nowadays with a company called Brava Tile, and we've installed those all over the city of Dallas or the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and these are gorgeous roofs. And so, but you are going to spend additional money on these type of roofs, but for obvious reasons. These roofs are meant to last a long time, and so if the company that you hire take the prep work underneath, these things should not be a headache, and you won't have any problems on it. And so, but you're going to spend extra money on these type of roofs for sure.
I assume the natural materials would be more than synthetic. Is that correct?
Not necessarily true. Some of the synthetics can actually be more expensive than the naturals nowadays. And because of you have so many options with the synthetics. So sometimes they're close to the same, sometimes they're more. It just varies. It depends. If you go to a quarry and you hit one of the quarries up and you're looking for a rare type of stone, then obviously that's going to start increasing the price and things like that. The thickness of when you go to quarries as well for like your slate, you can get them at different thicknesses. So it depends how thick you're going to be wanting those. You want them in 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and so obviously the thicker the stone, the more it's going to cost. On the polymers, though, they're just as expensive as the natural stones nowadays. Okay.
Yeah, and you were saying also that you could get some from Italy, and I bet you those are a little pricey, huh?
They can be. I mean, so I've had customers that that were looking for a certain color, and you got to remember some of these stones, especially on the slate, they have these natural phenomenon where the stone actually patinas. slate patinas. And so with the color that you have today, and so customers are aware of the patina and, what the long-term look is. It's kind of like copper. Copper, what you get today is not what you have 6 months down the road even.
It's crazy what people will pay for patina, huh?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, if I wanted some type of specialty roof, how would you advise me how to figure out which one?
I'm going to educate you in the process first and foremost. Okay, you're going to have some sort of ideal, hopefully, that I'm looking for a slate, a tile, or maybe a wood shake or that type of look. And so obviously you're going to give me a little bit of direction from day one. This is what I'm looking for. I like to see these type of colors. It's one of the things that can determine, am I going to go natural or am I going to go synthetic? Will be the structure of your home. If your home is not structurally made to hold 1,000, 1,200 pounds per square, then obviously that's an easy decision right off the bat. Right. Unless you want to spend thousands of dollars to have someone go inside this attic and resupport it. Okay, and you could spend a lot of extra unnecessary money. A lot of the polymer nails have a great look, and they're all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Like I said, we've installed quite a few of the Brava type roofs. They have, a natural slate, a wood shake. They have tile, barrel tiles, things like that. And we've installed them all, and so these type of things are going to help you determine. I'm going to educate you in the process. So if you want to go with the natural and your home is prepared for it, then we're going to look at quarries and things like that, and we'll determine thicknesses and things like that. And we'll go through this whole process so that way you make an intelligent, educated decision. You're not just guessing out there.
Okay. Well, I know we touched a little bit on warranties, but finally, when it comes to warranties, what kinds of warranties are available for these roofs, and are they better than other roofs?
Absolutely, they are better. Like I said earlier, you can go through parts of Dallas and you can see some of these slate products, these natural slates that have been on people's homes for 100 years. Wow. I have worked on some of them right there in Highland Park, over there in the Mockingbird area. And so most of these products are going to have a minimum 50-year manufacturer warranty.
That's awesome.
So that's important on the polymer. On the natural stuff, it's going to vary. Concrete's not going to last 50 years. Eventually it's going to become brittle and it'll wear out. Some of the clays, though, will last 50, 100 years, but those type of clays are very, very expensive. We're taking some of those prices way on out there to a whole nother league. So, but the warranties are generally very good. And when you go with the natural stone, the slate, like I said, we have seen roofs that last 100 years. And things like that. The polymers, most of the manufacturers do have a 50-year manufacturer warranty. Your labor warranty on these are going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 years. But if you're going to have a problem on any roof system, it's generally going to show up, the first few months. Sometimes in composition roofing, things can be hidden for a few years before it really starts breaking down. So, but it's generally during the warranty period that if there are problems, it's going to surface. And a good contractor will stand behind his work, and you shouldn't have anything to fear from that.
Well, Mr. Tony Hall, thank you again for coming in. I can say, the 4 or 5 times we've got together and I've met you, I've left the table being smarter. And, but let me get your number out there. It's 972-542-7774. It's Paradigm Roofing. Or if you want to go on the web, it's Paradigm Roofs with an S. That's PARADIGM roofs with an S.com. And last but not least, it's 972-542-7774. Tony, thank you very much for coming in again today.
You're welcome, Anthony.
I wish your family a safe holiday and a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Anthony, and you too.
All right. Thank you very much for tuning in to Ask the Experts radio show. We hope you tune in for the next hour, and we'll see you next week.